Hello and welcome. This is the Voice of Reason. I am the political analyst and commentator, WJMM, Jeff John Mwana Mzalendo. Now, this 4th of March 2020, Thursday afternoon, a cool afternoon here in Nairobi, Kenya. The weather is fine and everything looks good. But in the political arena, a lot is happening. As we are going to see, we'll be looking at what happened last week during the debate and the passing of the BBI draft deal in all the county assemblies across the country. So we are going to see and look around and ask ourselves lingering questions that are passing through everybody's minds. That what exactly happened? Because it looked magical, where we saw an astonishing number of about 43 counties supporting the draft and actually passing it, and only about 2 saying no, with a few having not voted up to now. A lot of things happened, and this was quite unprecedented because we expected that the week was going to be louder in all the county assemblies, but we got a different picture, and BBI easily passed. And most people are asking themselves, might this be the true picture of what is happening on the ground? Is it true that BBI is going to pass such easily? That remains to be seen. And others still are of the school of thought that maybe what we saw was just PR coming from the MCAs because they wanted to be nice and they wanted to actually be thankful to His Excellency the President for giving them the car grant, which many people are saying that, or rather they are viewing it as, an act of bribery. And though many others are saying that no, it is actually their right. That is a debate for another day. But it is true that it was an astonishing result, seeing 43 counties passing the BBI that easily. And so others are asking, so what does it mean to the Deputy President, William Ruto, who right now is looking very, very isolated, and especially going by the activities that followed very, very closely after the Super Tuesday that had been pronounced by the Right Honorable former Prime Minister Raila Odinga. He had earlier predicted that that Tuesday, when most of the houses were going to sit and discuss the BBI, that it was going to pass in a very big way. And yes, exactly, it happened. But the activities that followed hot on heels that Wednesday, after the passing of the BBI in most of the houses, it was also astonishing, because we remember very, very fast we saw His Excellency the President address some youths at Kasarani. Most of us were taken, by surprise when was all this organized. Then almost immediately, I think in the same day, we saw again the president and his newfound friend, the former Prime Minister Raila Odinga. They were seen again unveiling their campaigns, the campaign that is going now to take place after the BBI debate goes through Parliament. Then it was not lost on our eyes. We also witnessed the again dramatic parade that happened in the State House. I think the following day, that should have been Thursday or Friday. This is where we saw the big five. The big five, of course, minus Deputy President, who is now working alone. But we saw the president, who was the host. We saw Raila Odinga, the co-host. And then it was interesting to find people like Wiper leader Kalonzo Musyoka was in that meeting. We also saw Musalia Mudavadi, the leader of his party, the Western Party. Also Moses Wetangula, his brother, the leader of also Ford Kenya, the other party of the Western region. Then in the meeting was also Gideon Moi, who is seen as the checkmate of Dr. William Ruto in the Rift Valley. And also to cap it up now, to complete it up, was Charity Ngilu, or maybe representing the women folk, but equally a strong leader from the Eastern. So we witnessed that parade, and many again started asking them questions. What does this mean? Does it mean that these are the people who probably the deputy president keeps on saying that these seats that are being proposed in the BBI have already been divided? Could it be true? That is yet to be seen. And but for sure, what we must say is that that looked like a very, very serious and fierce force, all put together to push the BBI. But of course, from Dr. Williams Ruto's corner, him is saying that this is a bunch of leaders across the country who have come to face Ruto. Whether that is true or not, we are yet to see. But I would like to predict that this is just going to be for a short time, because this is for convenience. Of course, every leader who turned up in that parade at the State House is trying to be the blue-eyed boy right now, because each one of them would want to be in the president's good books, because they believe that whoever the president will propose that he be backed as the president, while the others take the rest of the spoils, then they will start a good chance. But I predict that this is a unity that is going to be very, very short-lived. It's going to be short-lived because personal interest will start showing. And to strengthen my case, I would want to cite the few meetings where we had seen people starting to throw tantrums at each other. And especially at one point, we realized that most of these former NASA principals were hitting hard at Raila, because Kalonzo Musyoka came out guns blazing, saying that it's time that Raila now seconds me, because I've supported him twice. Remember, Kalonzo supported Raila in 2013, and in 2017 he agreed to be his running mate. While Mudavadi says, no, it is my turn, I also supported Raila in the 2017 election. Remember, Salim Mudavadi was the coordinator of the NASA brigade when they were campaigning for Raila. So for me, for NASA to get back together on the fold, I think the glue is over, and as long as Baba does not accept to back one of them, then I don't fight them going far. But again, the case where I'm saying it might not be possible for Baba to back in one of them is the way he came out fighting back hard and reminding them that I cannot back in one of you because you are cowards, because none of you showed up at the Uhuru Park during the great people's president swearing in that happened. And therefore, Raila justifies his case, not forgetting that down coast, Hassan Joho, another great supporter of Baba, has been saying from time to time that it is now the time that Raila Odinga now backs me, because we, the coast region, have kept the coast region behind him intact. And as we are speaking, I'm told that Raila Odinga is already in coast. He's going to be there for, I think, I don't know, 4 days, trying to recapture that constituency. Remember the Msabweni election that happened, and it looked like the crowd had shifted towards Dr. William Ruto, and now Joho is pulling the other part. And in fact, one of the evidence is that all is not good at Baba's corner is what happened yesterday in a meeting where they publicly differed with the Kilifi governor, Amason Kingi, Jeffer Amason Kingi, and that has never happened. No one could, say anything contrary to what Baba is saying, but that has started happening. And for me and many of us who are there, in 2002, when there was a change of guard, when President Moi was coming to retire, and of course, all these leaders had gone to coalesce around him, I remember Raila Odinga is the time that he had taken his party, the LDP into Kanu. If you can remember the story of the merger that had happened that particular time, it is the time that there was Vice President George Saitoti, who believed that he was the most qualified to replace President Moi. But and there was Mudavadi, who was also there. There was Kalonzo Musyoka, the youngsters. But Moi surprised people. You can remember when Kasarani became Kisirani during that meeting at Kasarani, where he said that his preferred or blue-eyed boy was Uhuru Kenyatta. And of course, things changed very, very fast. And I'm looking at a scenario equivalent to that. That is what might happen, because after BBI, things will fall in place. And we shall now see some of the people who are currently very, very fierce opponents of Dr. William Ruto. They will join his brigade and now start, looking for positions around him. And I do not want to preempt, but fast forward as the BBA, as the BBI goes through the stage of parliament where it is today, parliament at the Senate, before it now goes to Wanjiko, then a lot is happening, like I saw in the paper today. Of course, William Ruto asking for the backing of the parliamentarians. He was actually pleading with them that they need to save us. And if I can just quote what is in the paper here, is that Ruto to MPs, save us from BBI as bill now heads to parliament. So, but again, those that know how the constitution is drafted, they are saying that there's no chance for that to happen. No way can parliament alter the BBI as it is. It has to pass it or reject it in total as it is. I'm not an authority in that area, but if that is the case, then this is just a kicks of a dying horse. Remember, William Ruto had proposed that instead of the BBI being in one question, then he had proposed that it be broken down into 6 questions, such that during the referendum, Wanjiko can go for every question one after another and say whether it is yes for this, no for this other one, and this is what we are being told now that is not going to be possible. And as if that is not enough, in today's paper, we also have seen the team, which is being known as the Dream Team, that has been unveiled by His Excellency President Uhuru Kenyatta. These guys who were paraded in the State House last week, of course, each one of them, or 2 of them each, are manning a certain region. The country has been divided into 10 regions for these leaders to go and popularize the BBI. But the big question is, who is opposing the BBI? Because Dr. William Ruto, the Deputy President, has said he's not going to lead a no campaign. And many are asking themselves questions. Then why do we have to prepare so much to push the BBI? I want to stop there at that point, and next time we'll, of course, take on the next topic and see what is going to happen. But just reminding Kenyans that we need to watch this game just the same way that we watch the game of soccer. If you are a Manu supporter and I am an Arsenal supporter, we should not fight after the game. Neither should we fight during the game. We need to get to a situation where even as people who watch politics and enjoy politics, we need to watch and enjoy it, but not get emotionally, carried away. Because if we do so, that will be accepting to be emotionally abused by these leaders. Of course, we may differ from one principle to another, but that does not mean that we fall out as people of this nation. So I remain your Mzalendo, Jeff John, WJWM, Jeff John Mwana Mzalendo, pleading that let's love Kenya, let's keep Kenya together. Till next time, bye-bye.